We're now going to talk about combining like terms. Combining like terms means you're going to use a plus or a minus sign that's immediately before the term to add or subtract the like terms. The thing to note is that terms are going to be the things that are separated with a subtraction or addition sign. So terms could be variables, they could be numbers, they could be numbers and variables. Those are your terms. In order for terms to be combined, they must have the same variable with the same exponent. Okay, so when we did order of operations, we said, no, you can't do order of operations with variables. For combining like terms, this is what you're going to do with variables because it's going to be very useful to simplify complicated expressions and equations. Let's take a look at the first example. 7 parentheses m take away 2 plus 21 minus 4m. The first thing that we are going to need to do is to distribute the 7 to the m and to the 2. So that means 7 times m is just simply 7m. Bring down the minus, 7 times 2, which is 14, plus 21 minus 4m. Now we can go through and we can look and say, what is similar? Well, the first thing that we note that's similar is the 7m minus 4m. That means 7m's take away 4 of them. Notice that when I circled the 4m, I circled the symbol immediately before it, the subtraction sign. That's how I knew I needed to subtract. So 7m take away 4m equals 3m. Now, I'm using colors to help differentiate these. You're more than welcome to use colors as well, or you can use different shapes. So now let's take a look at what else we can combine. We have this minus 14 plus 21. And you haven't learned how to do equations yet, or excuse me, how to do integers yet with the negative, so I'll help you out. Negative 14 plus 21 is going to end up being a positive 7, so we have plus 7. Therefore, the final answer is 3m plus 7. We can't combine the 3m and the 7 together because 3 has an m with it and 7 doesn't. A way to represent this visually to see why they can't go together is because 3m means this, 3m's, and 7 means that. If I did little tick marks to represent the 7, notice that they are two totally different things, so that's why we can't combine them. So your final answer is simply put 3m plus 7. Now notice that I use different colors and different symbols to help differentiate between the two, what I was combining. Always more than welcome to do that. Looking to the second example, you'll notice that there's a lot of parentheses, but here's the thing about these parentheses. You have to look and see, is there a real reason for them? Is there some reason that they are there? In the first set of parentheses, we have 3x squared minus 6x plus 7. And then we're adding to this the second set of parentheses, 4x squared minus x minus 7. First look, is there anything inside any of the parentheses, either one, to combine? There isn't. 3x squared cannot be combined with 6x because they don't have the same exponent. 4x squared can't be combined with x because they don't have the same exponent. And then where it says plus 7 and minus 7, we can't combine those with the stuff in the parentheses because they don't have x's or an x squared. So those parentheses are written there without a real purpose for you at this point in your mathematical careers. So don't stress over those. Now let's take a look at what can we combine. Let's start with 3x squared, and we can combine with it 4x squared because both of them have x squareds. 3x squared plus 4x squared is 7x squared. Once again, notice that I am circling the plus before the 4. It's not just circling just the 4x. You've got to circle the symbol before. Next comes minus 6x minus x. You haven't learned negatives yet, so I'll just go ahead and tell you it's going to be minus 7x. You'll get there, you're just not there yet. And then going on to the last one, it's plus 7 minus 7, which is representative of a plus 0, or you don't even have to really write that. So your final answer for combined like terms is 7x squared minus 7x or you could do 7x squared minus 7x plus 0. It's not mathematically inaccurate to write it. You just won't typically see a lot of math teachers write that. And that is how they are simplified. We cannot simplify it any further because the variables don't have the same exponent, and then the constant, which is the number without the variable, it doesn't have a variable, so it can't be simplified. And we can't solve for anything because there's no equal sign and we don't know what x is. They haven't said solve this expression when x is such and such. Because you don't know what value they want x to be, you can't simplify this any further.